You have taught us everything we know and stand for. You have raised us to be strong and independent. But no matter what, we will always be your babies, and we will always need you. Thank you for everything, from teaching us to smile in the face of adversity and to believe in ourselves no matter what anyone says. We can only hope to one day be half the person you are, strong, beautiful, and intelligent. We love you all. Thank you for making us who we are today.
Hello. My name is Logan, and I will be saying the first set of letters that your son/daughter has wrote to all you beautiful mothers out there. The first letter that we have is from Dolly Alexander. Dear Mom, you saw this day coming. It felt like senior year would never get here. Now it's all happening too fast. 11 years until I graduate. You laugh and sometimes say, I can't wait until you grow up. At the time I was 7, so I don't blame you. Well, here we are 11 years later. I'll miss the way you laugh at all my bad jokes and those obnoxious hugs you would give me when I'm running out the door. I'm going to miss the little road trips that I made you go on with me. And most of all, I'm going to miss having you by my side. You're not just a mother to me, but a best friend. I thank you for raising me for 18 years, providing for me, calling to school almost every day to excuse me, and for all the times that you've told me to suck it up. You've taught me how to love unconditionally and to never give up. Soon you may be gone from my side, but you'll never be gone from my heart. I love you, Mom. Okay, the next person is Sailor Antle. Mom, one of my most vibrant memories is from when I was little. You'd call us over to the computer when Dad was deployed, and both Logan and I just knew. We knew that Dad was on the cam. That would always make us laugh, and I'd see the twinkle in your eyes when I looked up at you. We were in the house at Korea, and Dad was in Iraq or Japan. It's not a big memory, nor is it an incredibly special one, but to me, it's something that I'd like to think about. It's because I saw the love between you guys, even as you were separated by thousands of miles of land and water. There's another memory, one from the same timeline you, Logan, and I had just gotten home from work and the after-school program. And I walked past the kitchen before going to my room. I think I was 8 or something. Then, Logan screamed. There was a snake in the house. Dad was deployed, so it was up to you. You got Logan situated and ran into the neighbors, hoping to get help. Instead, you got a box, a single box. You ran in and caught the snake before realizing it was simply a garden snake. It wasn't poisonous. You tossed the snake over the fence, but not near the pool or shed area. That shed on Furia could have had so many animals hiding in it. It isn't funny. That memory is one I think back to when I'm stressed because it is hilarious looking back upon. I'm sure that there are a lot more memories, including the one where I was coming out of the anesthetic and sang. But these two memories are my favorite. They remind me of how strong the Antle and Duk family can be. In both the memories, you stepped up and took care of business. And the second one is hilarious to look back on. I love you, Mom. Next we have Javier Badillo. Mom, I'll never forget all the good times we had and all the love you gave me. Also being there when I'm down and always cheering me up and making me a better man. Mom, no matter what I do, you always support me. Always make my day when I'm feeling down. Also, Mom, I want to say thank you for everything. For being there and still loving, and for all the love and support you gave. Mom, no matter what, I'll always love and stick by your side to the end. I love you, Mama. You're a baby boy. Next we have Simon Belaine. Dear Mother, I know it's coming time to let go. I know it may hurt, but as time passes, it will get better. You have taught me through my time with you to be a gentleman, how to treat women. You've taught me how to be my own person. You've taught me to keep my chin up through hard times, and that is what I will take with me as I move on to the next chapter of my life. I've grown from your little love bug and into a respected young man. I thank you for that. You've directed me into the light, and now it's my turn to take on responsibility and grow into your love. Next up we have Eduardo Botello. One of my memories, Mom, is when I wanted to help you when I was little. I used to think of myself as your protector. Now I'm going to protect everyone I care about. You have always been my hero for the longest time and will stay my hero. You are an amazing woman, and I hope you have an amazing life. Is Marina Brecky?
I'm here, yeah.
Okay.
For mine, I thought I'll be giving it out.
Okay.
So send me some notes.
Alright, sounds good. You do your thing.
This just says, Mom, thank you, but I actually had a full little story I wanted to say, so I'm just going to kind of go off script. So, probably one of my more interesting memories that I don't like to talk about it, and you probably know what I'm talking about already. But it's still something I like to hold close, my favorite memories with you. I was little, and we were in LA, and we decided to go to the zoo. I was especially grumpy that day. And call this karma or whatever, but we decided to go over and look at the gorillas. And I'm just being held, just being an angry little kid. And the gorilla, I guess, must have sensed it or something, knew that I wasn't being good. And he decided to take his own poop and throw it at us. So everybody was running. And I just happened just to be the lucky little kid that got caught right between my fingers. So, although it is an embarrassing memory, it is one of my favorites, so thank you.
Next up, we have Cleo Brooks. Dear Mother, we've been together for as long as I can remember. There's a comma, it's not even. And I don't really know what to expect in the future without you being there. Without you being there to cook my favorite Thai food. Without you buying all the clothes that I could ever want. I'll never forget all the times you taught me how to cook. I'll never forget all the times that you forgave me for all of the disappointing things that I've done to you. One of my favorite memories is you and Larry coming home from a family reunion trip, only to find the house all trashed up. And out of the things you could have noticed, you noticed that your bed was made wrong. Mom, you've been great, and I want you to know that you have nothing to worry about once I move to Portland. Next, we have Jack Burgoyne. Dear Mama, I don't know exactly where this life will take me, but I know that you will support me whatever I do. Like you always have. Thank you for always sticking by me and showing me that you can do anything you put your mind to. No matter what happens to me, I will always proudly be a mama's boy. Next up, I get to speak to my mama. Mom, here's to all the times we shared growing up. Here's to all the homemade videos with my infant years. Here's to all the times you had to handle me running around naked, which was all the time. Here's to all the nights that you let me crawl in bed with you, almost every night up until 5th grade. Here's to coping with all the struggles that I've had, from telling me how to handle life when you are gone, to picking me up all those late nights I called. Here's to all the risks that you have decided to take, like how to give your baby's lives to your aunt and uncle in Lakeview, so that we may have a better opportunity in the future. Here's to waking me up every year on my birthday with a song that tells me how amazing and lovely I am. Here's to all the long and passionate talks we have driving from sporting events. Here's to mooning the Amtrak just for the fun of it. I wouldn't trade any of these memories for the world. Mom, I know that sometimes you feel upset with how my childhood turned out, and I know you often felt like you maybe could have done more. But I'm here to tell you that you've been the best possible mother I could have, and I wouldn't change you for the world. Thank you for teaching me grace and to find happiness in even the darkest of places. I love you, the purplest. Next up, we have Ashley Cooney. Dear Mama, what do I begin with? How about that time in Medford when your Smurf blueberries were harvesting so you ran that red light? Or that time at the Blazers game when the kid photobombed us? Also, more recently, when you made an Instagram for our dogs. How about all the times you protected my brother and me from all those night terrors? Or these past 2 years when you calmed all my anxiety and helped me to see the good things in Dad, even though he had to leave. You truly are a wonderful woman, and many people see you do for everyone. You are the best role model, teacher, and best friend for anyone. I know you are worried about me moving away, but I want you to know that I will take everything you have taught me and use it. Plus, I'll have my big brother to look after me when you're not there. So please don't worry, I'll be just fine. You have raised a strong, smart, independent woman who can stand up for herself just like you. You've been the very best friend. You have been through every heartbreak, smile, tear, and fight with me, and I cannot appreciate you more. I love you.
Next, we have a letter from Melanie Krager. Dear Mom, thank you for being my mom. Thank you for raising me from the ground up. Thank you for always reaching the top shelf when I never could and still can't. Thank you for passing on your belief in greater things that are entirely out of my control, that everything happens for a reason and will one day figure out why. Thank you for your personality and constantly providing me with endless laughs. Thank you for never giving up and always being there for Kaylee and I. Without you, I would be nowhere near the person I am today. There is no amount of words to express my appreciation, but I will start with a thank you. I love you, Mom. We have a letter from Darren Cupp. One of my favorite memories of us is when I was running outside and I freaked you out because I stepped on a scorpion. So far, life has been full of heart attacks like that, including when you drove through Reno at night. It is little things like this that makes you my mom and not just my mother. A mom has a sentimental attachment to her child, while a mother simply has a child. Through the 17 years I've been here, we have built that attachment through affection, fear, and a lot of, "Can you buy me this?" No matter what I say or how much we disagree, you will always be Mom to me.
I love you. And I know you love me because I'm your favorite. P.S. No, for the last time, I will not get out of the infantry. A letter from Selena. Mom, I wanted you to know that whatever happens next year, I love you. A letter from Daniel Decker. Dear Mommy, next year I'll really miss all of your amazing food. I guess ramen will do. I will never forget how you were right there with me when I had a good run of bad luck. Through the good, the bad, and the ugly, you have been the best mother in the world. I'll always remember how you would tell me to just get back up and get through it. I don't know how you have put up with me for all these years, but raising a normal kid isn't as fun as raising me. It's hard to pick out a specific memory that stands out because it's been an 18-year party with you. You've been great, and I love you to the moon and back. A letter from Dylan Diedrich. Mom, I'll never forget all the delicious food you have cooked for me, from American food to the amazing Filipino food that you make. You always let me get away with most anything I wanted because I always assumed I was your favorite child. You may not agree with that, but this is what I believed. You always made sure I had new stuff for each upcoming sports season. After putting up with all my antics, I'm betting you're glad to be getting rid of me. But don't you worry, I'll come back to visit you. When I get back, I'm expecting to have a lot of food ready to eat. For now, enjoy your alone time away from me. From Matt Easton. Mom, I wanted you to know that I appreciate you letting me stay with you and graduate from your hometown. I always want to say, even though we have our fights, I will always love you. I also want to thank you for pushing me to do my best in school as well as to shoot for my dreams. Also, I will never forget you when I go and do my dream job. I will hope you will never forget your only son, even though we've had our fallouts. From Jonna Ferrario. 2 years ago today, we went out to the ranch to go ride the horses. Never would I ever realize that it would be our last ride together. 2 years, as of this Friday, May 6th, since the accident. 2 years of you being gone. Mom, even though I only got to have you for 16 years, I can honestly say we made the most of it. We laughed, we cried, we sang, and we danced. We pushed each other's buttons and told each other everything. Thank you for always pushing me because you always know what I was capable of. You had to leave us the end of my sophomore year, but we know you are here watching over us and guiding us through life. I owe all of the greatest accomplishments to you, my mom. I always look around and see my fellow classmates and their mothers, and I envy them. It also makes me happy because you are here, just not in the way I thought. Thank you for your unconditional love and support. Thank you for being the best mom anyone could ask for believing in me when I didn't believe in myself. Thank you for being my best friend in the whole world. Until I see you again, Mom. My letter. Dear Mom, you're the most phenomenal woman. Growing up, there were times I thought someone else's mom. Growing up, there were times I thought someone else's mom would be funner. However, as I've gotten older, I know God has truly blessed me by making you my mom. All those times I couldn't sleep, or got sick, or was having a minor panic attack about something trivial, you were right there. I don't thank you enough for all you do, and I don't think I ever can. I'll start here. Thank you. Thank you for always supporting me. Thank you for disciplining me when I needed it. And thank you for chauffeuring me everywhere, for being my rock. You've loved me through every stage of my life, which was probably difficult at times. I love you more than I can tell you. Going to college will be rough this fall because you won't be right beside me. I know this is part of growing up, but as graduation gets closer, I don't want to leave. Wherever you are, coming home will always be where I get to be with you and Dad. Thank you for an unforgettable childhood, full of books, music, laughter, and love. Thank you for raising me. You've taught me to be a woman like you, loving, kind, spontaneous, generous, strong, independent, hardworking, and all around wonderful. I hope that I can make you proud. You're the best role model I could have asked for. Her children arise and call her blessed. Many women do noble things, but you surpass them all. I love you this much, Mom. A letter from Jace. Dear Mama, there's nothing like losing a daughter nor a mother, but unfortunately, we have experienced it. You've always been there for me when I was sad and even happy, but how could you not be? I'm perfect, Jace, remember? I always see you striving to watch as many of my sports games as you can, but I suppose you do live in plush and butt heads with Big Dad. I brag about how sweet, loving, and caring you are all the time, because you give me advice every time I need some. You always defend me against my brothers and Dad as well. You also pretty much allow me and my friends to live with you in the summer time, making us sandwiches and letting us take a nap down the stairs. I think what I am most thankful for, though, is the famous back rubs you give. I'm so thankful to call you my grandma because you are the toughest woman I've ever met, and I don't know how lost I'd be if you weren't around to support and discipline me. I love hearing stories about you and my mom, such as one morning when she was in elementary school. You had to leave early to teach, and Mom, being Mom, decided not to brush her hair before school, and we all know how curly her hair was, because that afternoon she came home from school with her hair looking like a pack rat's nest. There is no way possible I can thank you enough for everything you've done for me, Mama, but trust me, I appreciate it 110%. Letter from Matt Garr. Mother, I have always known I was your pride and joy. When you used to sing us to sleep, when we couldn't sleep, and when I used to watch movies with you. The amount of times you made sacrifices just to make me smile is worth more than I can ever repay. Through Lion King to the baby films of our first Christmas, the way you smile makes the sun shine brighter. I may move away, I may make decisions that you won't always approve of, but you have always and will always love me, and I love you too. You showed me unconditional love, and I will spend my life showing you that love. Love always, your baby boy forever.
Now we have a letter from Kelsey Goss. Dear Mom, mothers are like buttons. They hold everything together. Thank you for holding me together through the last 18 years. When I am gone next year, I will miss spending time with you. Some of my favorite memories together are from our road trips. Thank you for always letting me put my feet on the dash of your car. You're a great mother, and you've always done your best. I love you to the moon and back. Our next letter is from Katie Hadley. Mom, I feel like a lot of times I forget to thank you for all you've done for me. From coming home dead tired at night and still cooking dinner, to giving up your home 5 days out of the week so that I could play sports and get a good education. Thank you for loving me unconditionally, no matter my attitude and mistakes. Thank you for being my best friend, the one person I know I can trust with anything. I know I'm hard to deal with sometimes. I know I'm hard-headed, I know I'm stubborn and strong-willed, but you help me and stand by me anyway. Mom, in a few months I'm leaving. I'll be off to start my college career. Believe me, when I'm up there, I'll be missing you, your advice, and your ability to make a 3-course meal with virtually an empty fridge. And the way you start laughing at me for no reason whatsoever. Mom, thank you for all you do, and believe me when I say I will miss you. Now we have a letter from Cody Hamilton. Dear Mom, I can't believe the time is already here to be writing this letter. It seems that just yesterday was the day I would head into the backyard to play, and while you weren't looking, I would shed my clothes down to my diaper because apparently I didn't like them. I would give a lot to be that young again. But then again, I couldn't be happier as to where we are now. There has been some rough sailing along the way and a few tears shed, but there has been far more smooth sailing along the journey. Much of the time when I am down or need strength to do something, I turn to you, and then I know I can do it. You are someone who will always believe in me and always has. I can't thank you enough for all the support and all of the long sports trips that you went on just to see me play. Next year I'll be taking a very large step in my life, but I know that this relationship won't change. I know you will always be there no matter how far I am. I love you, Mom. Now we have a letter from Connor Hamilton. Raising 3 kids is a hard thing, and many single mothers do not get the recognition they deserve, especially when they had to do it on their own. To say the least, I believe you did just fine, because, well, Mom, it's that time, almost graduation. Your last Hamilton kid has been pushed out into the world. I know we both have been dreading this moment, although we were still questioning ourselves if it would ever come to this day. I never really planned for college, and like a lot of things, it just happened. Although I will be leaving, I'll be taking a part of you with me when I go. To help me out when I'm worried about things, you'll be sitting there talking to me. A lot of people say that they wouldn't be here without their mom, which is a simple fact. I know you'll be sad to see me go, but you'll love to watch me leave. With the things that you've taught me in life, I wouldn't go any further than where I am at now, without all of your loving care and support. I love you, Mom. Here's a letter from Bailey Hamrick. Dear Mama, I want you to know that I'm really thankful to have you as a mom. Thanks for loving me, caring for me, teaching me, and having patience with me when I thought the world was crashing. I've always been a difficult child, the one who challenged you, pushed your buttons, and made you want to break. You have always been my hero, the one I look up to and strive to be like. As I go off to college, I want you to know I'm still your little girl. I'm going to miss our girl chats, you making me lunch every day, and watching movies with you. You are always there for me, no matter what the circumstances. No matter how foul my mood, no matter what time of day or night. You have shown me complete acceptance, love, and understanding. I will leave you with one little piece of advice. When life gets hard and you feel all alone, remember, you mean the world to somebody, and somebody calls you Mom. And Mama, I'm grateful. I love you. Here's a letter from Josie Hannell. Dear Mom, let's start off with a couple of the countless memories I have with you. I remember when I would always give you the greatest hairstyles, such as those pigtails, and I wouldn't even allow you to take them out to go answer the door. I thought you looked pretty good. Or all the great, valuable lessons you've taught me, such as in kindergarten during that one baseball game. On a more serious note, the moment you found out your child had been diagnosed with leukemia at the young age of 2, you knew you had to take action and did everything in your willpower to have your healthy little girl back. And wow, did you put up a good fight. Just look at the young women you have raised to become confident, independent, and caring. You have shaped me into the person I am today, and I thank you so much for that. When people meet me for the first time, the first thing I usually hear is, "You look exactly like your mom." I always say thank you, because to me, you're beautiful inside and out. This next chapter of my life, I'm going to meet lots of new people and start to experience life all on my own. But you have prepared me well, and I can't wait to show you what I am capable of doing in this big world. But I must add, I know there are many things I have yet to learn. Knowing you'll always be there for me makes me that much braver though. Over the years, I have noticed how you always seem to know exactly what to say after those really long days. I also want to thank you for pushing me to succeed when I wanted to give up. Your time helping me with those long study sessions late at night meant a lot to me. Mom, you're the greatest. I love you. Now we have a letter from Ezekiah Haven. I haven't known you all of my life, but I feel as if I have. With the absence of my parents, you've become my mom and dad. When I think of my old life, it makes me pretty sad, but you have become the parent I never really had. My admiration for you can't be described in words, but I'll tell you that I love you and let everyone else observe. Here's a letter from Alec Henderson. Dear Mother, next year when I'm gone, Mom, I'll really miss the home-cooked meals. Mom, I'll never forget how you get after me because you care. One of my favorite memories is your crazy, loud, great laugh. Mom, I want you to know that you are my mother. There are many mothers, but you are mine. Without you, I am nothing. Mom, you've been great. No matter where I go in this world, Florida, I will always think of you. With all my love, Alec. Here's a letter from Valerie Herrera. Dear Mother, you're my best friend, my lover, and my homegirl. I've got to hand it to you. I don't know how you've dealt with my attitude my entire life. Having a girl is a struggle, especially when you have a daughter as smart as me that tries to correct you with everything. As your first child, I know that it was hard to try and do everything right. You've always been there for me, helping me deal with stress, heartbreaks, and my biggest challenges, getting past my dad. I've made mistakes as a daughter, and I regret ever causing you pain. You've helped me mature and become the person I am today. You've always been able to support me emotionally and help me deal with real-world problems, like chores, responsibility, and worst of all, cooking. Mom, I'm sorry I've never had the motivation to learn to cook the things you do, and I always end up going out to eat. I always tell you that I'm never going to cook the food you make because I don't like any of it. But I know when I'm gone, I'm really going to miss all the home-cooked meals that you made me. I will always tell you that I will enjoy my freedom, but in reality that's a cover-up because I know I will miss having you to boss me around and tell me I need to clean my fishbowl. I will finally have to learn how to live without you. I promise you I will take all of your advice and do my best to become a worthy adult. I know you still think I act like a child, but I'm only trying to finish my childhood days before I leave you and act like an adult. Mom, you always tell me to do my best at everything, so I can be the best that I can be, just so that I can do better than you did. And trust me, I try. I want to make you proud, so in the future you will be happy to call me yours. You inspire me to always appreciate what I have and to do my best to learn as much as I can before I enter the real world. I hope your job as a mother is easier without me. You won't need to cook for me, help me study late at night, and pronounce awful long words for medical terminology. Especially deal with me arguing every second of the day about everything. I'm a pain, and I know it. And no matter how hard it is, you will always do your best to give me the very best. To give me what you can, even if it's just simple as money for the large amounts of gum that I chew. You always tell me that mothers never leave their children. In fact, children are the ones who leave their mothers. And I never wanted to believe that that was true. I always told you I was going to live with you forever, but now I know that what you have told me is the truth. I will have to leave and pursue my career and start a family just like you did. And truthfully, you probably don't want me around for that long. But Mom, I promise you this. I will be back. I will be back to give back to you what you gave to me. I will be back to care for you as you cared for me. You are my best friend, and best friends are always there for each other. Mom, I love you. Don't forget you're the best mom in the universe, and no one's better than you. You rock, homegirl. Now we have a letter from Quincy Heilman. Dear Mom, the one thing I want you to know is you are the best mom I ever could have been blessed with. You are my best friend and my #1 supporter. Brandon and I could not be luckier than to have you in our lives. No matter where life takes me, I will forever be close. You have taught me everything I know, from how to flip burgers to what kind of a mother I want to be. One day, I should probably apologize for all that you've had to put up with. You dealt with Brandon and I fighting, me getting in a bit of trouble my junior year, and the sassy attitude that never goes away. But don't let me growing up make you too sad, because I will probably call you at least twice a day, and make sure to annoy you no matter what the distance is between us. I just want to thank you for everything you do for me, for being my absolute best friend, and for being the best mom you could be.
Next up, we got a letter from Kaylin Hornberger. Dear Mom, when I moved out next year, I'm gonna really miss your mom jokes and home-cooked meals. I'll never forget all the obstacles you've helped me over in high school. One of my favorite memories is any time we get to hang out, just us two. Mom, I wanted you to know how much I love and I appreciate you, even though I know it seems I don't, because I'm always short with you. Thank you for raising me. I love you. Next up, we have Billy Hutchins. Dear Mom, being your first and only daughter, I know you came into this without any idea on what to do. But even through all the temper tantrums and teenage mood swings, we still survived and can still sit next to each other today. I want to say thank you for everything you have done for me, from changing my diaper and wiping away all my tears, to sharing laughs and smiles together. I want to say thank you for watching cartoons with me and telling me that monsters are not real. You're my teacher, my personal cheerleader, my support system, my best friend, and most importantly, you're my mom. I love you to the moon and back. Next up, Peyton Leo Jasper. Mom, I love you with all my heart. I know you love me with all yours, because you've made sure to remind me every single day for the last 18 years. I also know you love me because for the last 4 years alone, you've put up with a lot, to say at the very least. No matter where I end up, no matter what I do, I know that I would have never made it there without all the love, care, and incredible hard work you've given me. It's been a wild, fun ride with a lot of ups and downs. It's been a heck of a ride, and you're one heck of a mom. I love you. Next we have Landon Lamb. Dear Mom, wow, where's the last 17 years gone? Like a blur that came and were gone. 4 years of sports went unbelievably fast. You have been one thing that has been able to slow it down a little. You have always been there loving me, supporting me, motivating me when I need it, or whatever I need. Next year, I'm really going to miss your cooking and support. I will never forget all the life lessons and support you have taught me and given me. One of my most favorite memories, Mom, is us joking around in the kitchen. Those are great times I will always remember. Mom, I wanted you to know that no matter what, I really do appreciate all the advice, love, and support you have given me. I will never forget. I really couldn't have asked for anyone better. I love you, Mom. Next, we have Carly Larson. Dear Mom, it feels like just yesterday I was 4 years old having a tantrum on the Safeway floor. Where has all the time gone? As I'm about to graduate and go out on my own, I realized how much you have done for me these last 18 years. I'm sure raising 3 emotional, loud, and spirited girls was not easy, but you managed to do it better than anyone. We've definitely had our differences, and there have been times where we both wanted to rip each other's hair out. But we make it through each and every time. We come back loving each other more, even more and more. I will miss playing volleyball with you every night. Our late night talks about life after Dad has gone to bed, and how you tuck me in every single night. There's so much more I will miss, but we can save that for another day. Words can't express how much I love you, Mom, even when I don't show it. I'm sure I'll end up annoying you with how much I call. Thank you for everything you have done for me. I couldn't have asked for a better friend, supporter, and mom. Next we have Dominic Leah. Dear Mom, hey, we've been together for a long time and I don't know where to start. Next year when I'm gone, I'm going to miss your cooking a lot. One of my favorite memories is when I got hit by a car. It was so great having you waiting on me hand and foot. Anything I wanted, you had for me instantly. I hope you send me a lot of care packages next year. It's been a year full of ups and downs, but it ended great. I hope you don't get too lonely without me next year. Next up, we have Tate Lyle. Dear June, I was told to write you some affectionate letter showing how much you've meant to me over the last 18 years. I feel like that goes without saying. There aren't many people that could put up with me daily. I mean, constantly leaving my dirty clothes in the bathroom, I'm never home, and my golf stuff is constantly clogging up the living room. I could go on and on but my pencil isn't sharp enough to write everything. Thanks for constantly being by my side, no matter what I do, and for always supporting me and my passion for golf. I love you much. Love you much. Ruby, can you come up here and say a letter?
Tener una mamá como tú es el mejor regalo que tengo en mi vida. Siempre has estado presente, apoyándome en todo momento. Y potenciando mis cualidades. Porque gracias a ti soy quien soy ahora, pues me enseñaste a ser fuerte y a nunca darme por vencida. Gracias por haberte desvelado conmigo cuando estaba enferma, por matar los monstruos de mi cabeza cuando atravesé por ese momento tan difícil. Por siempre tener las palabras adecuadas y contagiarme de esperanza. Gracias por alegrarte por mi felicidad, llorar por mis tristezas y celebrar mis triunfos. Y por aprenderme a aprender de mis derrotas. Por ser mi ejemplo a seguir, pero principalmente, gracias por ser la mujer tan luchadora y amorosa que da lo mejor de ella para ver feliz a su familia. Gracias por ser la mejor, por ser mi mamá. Te amo.
Next up, we have Eduardo Murrieta. Next year when I'm gone, Mom, I'll really miss your home-cooked meals. I'm going to miss your separate dish of enchiladas you make for me because the ones you and Dad eat are too spicy. I'm going to miss all the nice home-cooked meals that you would have cooked for me after practice and weight room. I appreciate everything you have done for me and all the things you have to put up with. You are one lucky mother to have given birth to a walking legend like me. I'm going to miss you so much. It's going to be a new adventure for the both of us, but I promise I will keep in touch with you more than I do now. I look up to you in so many ways. Someday, I hope to be as good as cook as you are. So long, Mother. I will be around every now and then for my separate dish of home and enchiladas. Next up, we have Bricia Moretta. Next year when I'm gone, Mom, I'll really miss you. You have always been there helping me out in any way you could. You have supported my decisions. I'll never forget everything that you have given up for me for a better life. We have so many memories together, many that we will never forget. One of my favorite memories is when we took the trip down to Reno together. It was a great spending time together, which we usually don't do. I wanted you to know that no matter where life takes me, I will never forget. You will always be in my heart. I will miss you when I'm gone. Not having someone there to support me at all times is going to be hard. But I will always know that you are one phone call away. You are the best mother I could have been given, and I am proud to call you my daughter. I love you, Mom, with all of my heart.
Now we have a letter from Tennyson Patsky. Dear Mom, thank you so much for all you do for me. I try not to think about it, but I'm going to miss you a lot next year. It's going to be hard not having someone there to make sure I wake up on time, get all my work done, and make sure that I actually go to school. I don't know what I'm going to do without you next year. I know I don't tell you often enough, but I really appreciate everything you do for me. Thank you for putting up with me when I'm being needy and overly dramatic, and for always believing in me when I don't. We have a lot of great memories, and I'll never forget the time the turtle died and you brought it back to life, or the time we went to Disneyland. I really appreciate all you do for me. I love you. Next we have one from Zach Payne. Mom, thank you. Now we have a letter from Frank Perry. Dear Mom, 17 years have passed and I've been with you, but the time has come for me to step in some new shoes. Letters are boring and hard to follow, so I write this poem that's easier to swallow. You have nurtured me and watched me grow, but we have reached the end of this show. I will never forget the love that was shared, because when things went wrong, you were always there. Every day wasn't sunshine and daisies, and yes, sometimes you just drive me crazy. But at the end of the day, you were there for me, and I'm so sorry for all the times you cleaned up my pee. I'm not quite sure what will happen in the next few years, but all I can ask is that there will be no tears. As hard as it may be to cheek you a smile, just know I'll only be gone for a little while. Move to Hawaii like you've always wanted, and I'll visit because that's where the sun is. I couldn't have made it better to this point without my mom. And yes, when I'm rich and famous, I'll make this a song. Because I've written you these since like grade 2, because after all, I really do love you. I appreciate all the little and big things you've done, and I'm all out of letters. I hope you save this one. Now we have one from Hannah Peterson. She says, Mom, thank you. And now we have my letter. Dear Mom, first I want to say thank you so much for everything you've done for me. You've spent countless hours driving me to games and practices and bringing me things I have forgotten and being there for me when I need a shoulder to cry on. You have also taught me so many things. You have taught me what it means to be honest, kind, and to work hard for what I want. You have provided me with everything I could possibly need and much more. It's because of you that I am the person I am today. You have loved me even when I am not very lovable and seen me at my worst. You have also picked me up from those bad times. I love you so much and you mean the world to me. I hope you already know that though. You have given me everything I need to make my way in this world and I am so grateful. I will never forget all of the fun things we have done. All of the river days, swim lessons, and times you have helped me with my homework. We have shared more laughs than I could ever count, and I can't wait for the many more to come. I love you, Mom. Next year this letter's from Bailey Randall. Next year when I'm gone, Mom, I'll really miss your home cooking. Mom, I'll never forget all the things you've done just to get me to this point in my life. Here we have a letter from Chelsea Rogers. Dear Mom, where do I even begin? You have been the best mom to me, and you always try to get me what I want. You and I have really had our ups and downs, but we have really connected and made a better relationship for ourselves. I know we still fight, but we always talk it out. You have taught me so many things, like to be who I am and not care what other people think, to be respectful and use manners, and to always work hard at everything, and that it's okay to fail. That not everyone is the same, so why go down someone else's path when you can create your own? And most of all, I will always remember to appreciate everything you have, even if it's the little things. Honestly, I can't imagine how hard it is to raise 2 daughters on your own and have a full-time job. You have worked your butt off at your job. You have worked there for 19 years, and now you seem like you are going to work there forever. You have come home so far since you have worked there. You are a corporal now, and you are first in seniority. But I can't tell you how proud I am of you. You have worked so hard for everything you have earned, and there is so much more lying ahead of you. I can't wait to see what the future brings. You always tried to give your best to Josie and I, everything we wanted, but in all honesty, all we needed was your love and care, and you gave us that and so much more. You have done an amazing job. You have raised 2 amazing kids. I'm a little jealous because I know my kids will never be as cool as yours. When one of your kids is off in Colorado going to nursing school, following her dreams, and I am well on my way to follow my heart to wherever it shall take me, I may not know where I am going to go for my future, but I will always have you in my heart. I love you to the moon and back, Mom, forever and always.
A letter from Tyler Rucker. Dear Mom, you're one of the strongest and hard-headed people I know. You've taught me how to be my own person and let nothing stand in my way or tell me I can't do something. You and I have been through a lot, and through all those times you've still managed to always have a smile on your face. You've gotten me out of a lot of trouble and have always stuck up for me. You're one of the strongest and most caring people, and I make sure to tell people that you are. You've given me a lot, more than I could ever ask for. You've been more than a mother. You've been a supporter, role model, and a friend. This letter will never be able to express my feeling and how thankful I am for you to be in my life. Even though I'm starting a new chapter in my life of being independent, I know I'll have you by my side and you'll be there for me. You've pushed me to be the person I am, and I couldn't be more thankful. Love you, Mom. A letter from Sonia. Hello, Mom. This is your favorite daughter writing to you. I want to thank you for everything you do for my brothers and me. Even though we sit around a lot on the PlayStation or on our phones and we forget to tell you thank you, we really are grateful. I will miss you this next fall, and you should miss me too. You're my favorite mom. A letter from Grant. Dear Mama, thank you. Thank you for having me, putting up with all of my crying and keeping you awake, and dealing with me being so darn needy. Even though you went through all that work to take care of me, with nothing in return, you still choose to love me, feed me, and never leave me. Also, thanks for making me take swim lessons. Oh, wait, no, I almost died doing that. Maybe it would have been beneficial if the guy holding little Noah and I in the deep end wouldn't have dropped his glasses, then promptly ditched us to go get his glasses, and left us to drown in the 10 feet under the cold, dark water. Good thing I'm like a shark. Anyways, when I'm gone, I'm really going to miss your amazing cooking and you laughing really loud at things that are funny. Love you. A letter from Jason. Next year when I'm gone, Mom, I'll really miss getting to see you and talk with you every day. Thanks for being my mom. A letter from Tristan Ward. Dear Mom, where do I even start? The past 18 years have flown by, and I say I might be ready for the real world. But you and I both know that I still have a lot of learning to do. You have done an amazing job raising me, and I know it has been tough, but we're just getting started. You and I both know that I'm still going to need you to help me with different things even after I'm gone. You have always been there for me, and I'm really going to miss that. You spent a lot of time watching me wrestle all 4 years of high school, and we both know all of the times I wanted to quit, and you were the one that helped me through it. I will never forget all the memories we've made during wrestling season. We may not be able to make any more memories during wrestling season, but we will still have a lot of living to do, and I can't wait to see what the future holds. I wouldn't be the person I am today if it wasn't for you pushing me to get all of my homework done and telling me to stay on task. I complain about a lot of things, and I might be a pain in the butt sometimes, but that's what makes our lives interesting. Whether it's about buying a new truck or asking to stay in town for another hour. I honestly have no idea how you and Dad haven't kicked me out yet. I appreciate everything you have done for me over the past 18 years, and I appreciate everything you are going to do for me in the future. It's not easy being a mom, and I want to say I understand everything you've gone through to raise me, but I won't completely understand until I have a family of my own. You haven't just been a mom to me, you have also been a best friend. I'm really going to miss having you around, but I think I can manage. I'm ready to start the next chapter in my life, and I know you will be there to support me all the way. I can't wait to see what life brings us. Thank you for everything. I love you, Mom. A letter from Mackenzie. Dear Mom, I wanted to write you a letter thanking you for all you have done for me. I will miss all of your home meals and the two of us cooking and baking together. You have shown me how to be a hardworking person while also caring for your family. Watching you juggle so many responsibilities will inspire me as I get older. We also have always had fun together. I will miss our shopping sprees and our road trips. You have shown me a bigger world than Lakeview. I can't wait to treat you to a road trip someday. I will always cherish all the memories we have made together over the years. When I have experienced trials, you've always been there by my side. I'm thankful for all the time you've spent caring for and loving me. You will always have a special spot in my heart, Mom. Love you always. And a letter from Kelly Wu. Mom, I'll be gone this summer. I'll be in a big city. I can take care of myself, so don't worry about me. Do what you want without me bothering your decisions. Thank you for my upbringing. Thank you.
So that was our last letter, and I just want to thank you all very much for coming, and once again, we appreciate you taking the time out of your day to share this with us. We love you. Have a great day.